Okay, so we're going to take a look and try to map the non-disjunction that's happened here in this karyotype. So first of all, you have to look at the karyotype and notice that something different's going on right here. You notice that, wow, instead of the normal XX or X and Y, you have an XYY. So my notation would first indicate that we have, instead of 46 chromosomes, 47, and that this is an XYY. No need to say where the extra chromosome is here because you can see it's right at the sex chromosomes. Then you want to map what would happen with a normal chromosome, one that's doing what it's supposed to do. So let's use chromosome number 2. It's nice and long, chromosome number 2. We'd have 2 copies of it to begin with. They would split. 2 next there so I know which chromosome's which. Then they would split again. And then an egg would bring 1 chromosome 2, a sperm would bring 1 chromosome 2, and then come together in a fertilized egg, which would then get 2 copies of chromosome 2. That's what should happen. Now let's talk about what had to happen to get an XYY. You have an extra chromosome Y. Well, clearly that problem must have come from the father. Who else could give you an extra Y? But that father started with 1 chromosome X and 1 chromosome Y. Now notice that we have to, even though sex chromosomes are paired together, we have to show them, we show them at different lengths. And they might not look exactly the same like other homologous chromosomes. So here, the X and the Y might split. And I'm marking X and Y. And the X might split like it should. But here, the Y, both of them might go one direction and none to the other. So if we were to mark this up, you would call this an N, we would call this an N, we would call this an N plus 1, and this an N minus 1. Now, which one of these gametes is the one that would have to fertilize to produce this karyotype? Well, it would have to be this one right here. And did that gamete come, is that gamete going to be the sperm or the egg? Well, in this case, it's going to be the sperm. Because remember, males produce sperm. So that goes right here. And that's the Y. Now the mom must then contribute what? The mom must contribute the X, so you draw 1 longer X. And then when we combine them together, we get 1 X and 2 Ys. And then this, of course, is an N. This is an N plus 1. And when you add those together, this becomes a 2N plus 1.